What we do here is go back.
Rachel is one of the would-be spinster misandrists who writes at the self-proclaimed nexus of pop culture, which, if the Mary Sue was named correctly, it would be titled, "We Hate Men Because They're Not Interested in Us Because We All Smell Like Cat Litter, Sweatandshame.com. We'll kind of talk about Rachel Leishman, who...
Rachel Leishman is a complete fucking dolt.
One more for the road. It's been a while since we stopped over at our favorite cat lady haven. Yes, folks, make sure you have your slip covers over your shoes because you don't want to get cat litter on them. And please, don't mind the empty boxes of wine. We're at themarysue.com. Our favorite cat lady, Rachel Leishman's article, "Actually Leave Rachel Zegler Alone Already, Z's?" Rachel Zegler became popular online before any of us really saw her in Steven Spielberg's West Side Story as Maria. She's funny, charismatic, and is always open with fans on social media. That's why her Instagram posts are now limited because of her stupid comments about Snow White.
You stupid idiot.
So why is everyone suddenly turning on her on TikTok? The answer is simply they don't like her and are finding ways of mocking her for their own enjoyment. As Zegler recently went viral for talking about getting paid for her work.
Say, if I'm going to stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Yes. Yes, her comments about needing to get more residuals. Yeah, let's go a little further into this article and listen to our pampered Hollywood starlet complain about her lack of income. In a video from the SAG-AFTRA picket lines, Zegler, who's starring in an upcoming live-action adaptation of Snow White, said she wanted to be paid for her work. "If I'm going to stand there 18 hours in the dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour it's streamed online." Oh my God. For whatever reason, people online are ignoring that fact that she should get paid for when the studios do streaming too. Instead, just mock her and call her greedy. No, she is being greedy. That's ridiculous. Every hour it's streamed online, like...
How about no?
Complaining about your job during a time frame when people can't even afford their rent, they can't even afford to put gas in their car, they cannot even afford to feed their children.
Pitch a different movie idea with a new character who's a girl boss who don't need no man and will probably end up alone with her cats. Rachel Leishman, you know, that's your story. All the annoying fan blogs have called her entitled for wanting her pay. This is a common refrain when it comes to writers and actor strikes. People who don't want to be bothered to think about fair working conditions try to write off the strikes as a bunch of rich, successful Hollywood superstars being greedy, when not only is that not the case, but the fair contract terms need to be extended to everyone. And would these detractors rather see wealthy stars selfishly stand on the sidelines than join the fight with their less fortunate peers? I'm not going to feel sorry for a bunch of fucking... I'm not going to feel sorry for these fucking scumbags. Most of these actors are just pieces of garbage. They're scumbags. They've done unspeakable things to get where they are, and they've sold their souls to get their fame and maintain it. So I don't feel sorry for them. You're not going to get any sympathy from me.
Nope.
These bad faith critics have... See, this is written like a true shill who relies on access. These bad faith critics have also done what many actors have asked people not to do and looked up what Google says her net worth is and used it to mock her. For one thing, actors ask people not to do that because the net worth information floating around online is usually wrong. It's mostly just what people online think someone has made, not to mention that a net worth includes any homes, cars, or things they own. It's not just money they can freely use. Well, then they should maybe be more frugal and not buy a 35,000 square foot house for millions of dollars when they are living in a time when movie roles and movie box office returns are not as much and as great as they were even 4 to 5 years ago. So maybe think about that and live within your means a little bit more. Still, that's beside the point. Those online are angry at her because she dared to ask to get paid the money she's generating for studios, and it's turned into people mocking her for her past comments on her new role as Snow White. Videos of Zegler talking about how different her movie is are going viral because everybody is suddenly a Snow White superfan who is deeply wounded by the idea of a new movie that does something different with the story. Well, that's not the story then, you stupid bitch. That's a different story altogether. Snow White is here. Her story is here in the retard timeline where Rachel Leishman lives. See, that equation's pretty easy to do. Literally no one cared about Snow White before. I'm sure there are a lot of people who do care about Snow White as a, mainstay, as a Disney fairy tale. A lot of old school Disney fans, the animated movies, and the actual original tale. I don't know, folks. I'm not over here championing the cause. I'm not going to see the movie. I never was going to see it. I saw the animated movie a couple times as a kid, and, that's it. I just don't like to see original works get bastardized for the purposes of a modern reimagining for the modern audience that doesn't exist except for a group of clapping seals on Twitter. And Rachel Leishman goes on to say, look, I actually hate Snow White. When I was younger, I had a short bob and my natural hair color is very dark. When we'd play Disney princesses, the kids in school would call me Snow White, and I would throw a fit until I got to be Belle because I didn't want to be her. Snow White as a character is boring, willing to take care of a bunch of men and sits and waits for a man to come and kiss her and save her. That's not really something I wanted to be as a kid, and most of my friends also made fun of her. And Rachel, that's probably why you're living alone with your cats right now, drinking that box wine. How's that leftover Chinese food from Saturday? Pretty good, isn't it? Keep living that life, pimpin'. I truly and honestly hadn't heard anyone say that Snow White is their favorite princess until now, when you'd think that this was the only princess we'd ever known and that Rachel Zegler was simply comments on updating her story were saying she was the worst thing on this planet. Zegler's comments about how her upcoming Snow White differs from the animated film from 1937 have gone viral in a way where people are using it to mock Zegler and acting as if Snow White raised them. Well, it might mean something to some people. And like I said, people just don't like to see things that they enjoyed as children bastardized by a bunch of talentless hacks.
Yup!
Actually, relax. Quite frankly, I would pay good money to meet anyone who loves Snow White and her alone. The way everyone is acting towards Zegler is less about her rightfully calling out the 1937 film and more of a weird hatred that they all have for her. She's a theater kid who loves to be online and talk to people and isn't wrong about Snow White.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Calling out the 1937 film. Hey, Rachel Leishman, I know you're a mental midget and you're a brainlet, but it was made in 1937, and it's okay to have stories like that where women are vulnerable. They don't all have to be single cat lady girl bosses like you.
I'll have to finish it myself.
What are you going to do?
We don't need to go through the rest of the article. It's just more word salad because this heifer gets paid by the paragraph. And here she is, Rachel Leishman, assistant editor. She, her, she has pronouns, so... She's been a writer her whole life, but started back in 2016. She loves all things movies, TV, and classic rock. Oh, I'm sure you love classic rock. Resident Spider-Man expert, official Leslie Knope, actually Yelena Belova. Wanda Maximoff has never done anything wrong in her life.
They'll never know what you sacrificed for them.
You serious?
Star Wars makes her very happy. Yeah, I'm sure she really likes Star Wars. Yeah, please tell me more about your Star Wars fandom. New York writer with a passion for all things nerdy. Yes, she has a Pedro Pascal podcast, also a Harrison Ford one. This woman is a female incel. You see how stupid this whole thing is? Rachel Zegler getting cooked on TikTok. Rachel Leishman coming to her defense because she probably has a thing for her. Hey, if you do...
The lesbian!
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
But that's it, folks. My thoughts along the way making fun of this stupid article from the Mary Sue. I hope you found it humorous and enjoyable and maybe just a tad bit informative about these morons you never may have heard of before. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you think of this. Do you hate Snow White as much as this single cat lady, Rachel Leishman? Or did you just find it maybe, as a kid, an enjoyable fairy tale you watched once and filed it away and just said, yeah, it is what it is, It doesn't need a reimagining. Let me know. Do the thing, subscribe, ding the bell for notifications so you can be notified when we go live with one of our 3 weekly live streams, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. If you're a channel member for $2.99 or $4.99 a month, you get a 4 member streams, and you can support us on Subscribestar for $4.99 a month as well. I'm Etep from the Place to Be Reviews. I've been here with all of you. If I don't see ya, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. Remember, it's always better to burn out than fade away.